Governor Beshear, Vance McQueen here. Not 100% sure where to start, man. I'm doing my best to go back in time and kind of kickstart what I found was a really obvious analysis on my part, trying to find some more customers for my housing business. Well, I look at population. I'm not going to get much into it, man. I just saw an article in the paper. Looking good, bro. Keep it out there. International investment. Completely agree. Here's the problem, bro. You don't have any workers. You don't have the workers. Now, we can pretend, but you have to. And, obviously I would expect you to dispute me on this. And we don't have the data quite yet in our hands. But I'm telling you, fella, this workforce we got here in Kentucky is really leaves something to be desired, okay? So, I can help. Damn it. I'm dying to help, Governor Beshear. I am not coming to you with my handout. I'm not coming to you with any personal interest of fame or acknowledgement. In fact, I'll stay completely behind the scenes if need be. I do not freaking care. What I've got to get is your ear, a couple other people's ear, so that a plan can get hatched. Because, sir, there's only one way to do anything. It's called Kaizen, lean thinking, Womack and Jones, first 65 pages. Everybody that matters to your economic activities, they need to have that book, period. They should first read How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. It'd be nice if they jumped through the first 3 Gladwell books, Blank, Tipping Point, and Outliers. But damn it, I don't care. You might not have time. You got to read the first 65 pages of lean thinking like dozens of times. Now, if you can do that, then you'll be implementing the same practices that Taiichi Ohno, T-A-I-I-C-H-I, O-H-N-O, used with his friend Mr. Toyota to revolutionize the act of doing something. It's that freaking simple. You can say adding value. You can say manufacturing. You can say whatever you want. When you get a group of people quantifying their activities around those principles, I'm telling you, you got to focus on it. You tell me what a customer is. Don't even try. I would want no one to embarrass themselves to talk to me about how to define a customer and what functions that plays in the role of the product and the value-added stream of activities. It's awesome, man. It's the most awesome thing that's ever happened to me, I think, in my educational career. I show up at Purdue 1 year after that book rolls out. Womack and Jones just finished their Asian tour. You know how hard it was for them to crack those guys and get them to trust them? I mean, wait till you see the book, sir. I'm telling you, it's no shit. I'm tired of suggesting to people who absolutely, desperately need this book to read it. I mean, heck, I got introduced in 1995. I'm sorry, 1996 or 7. But, sir, I'm not asking you. I'm not telling you. I am literally saying to you the difference between billions of dollars of revenue and wonderful operating lives of Kentuckians and disturbing, frustrating, never-ending frustrations of lives of Kentuckians. Lean thinking brings joy back to work. It's that simple. It does. It takes over your life, man, in a good way. Taiichi Ohno said, the only problem you have is if you don't have any problems. Oh, how about this one? The more inventory you have of something, the less likely you are to have what you need. Get that through a Kentuckian's head. Look, man, I'm going to talk to you at times like you're my buddy. Talk to you at times like you work for me. I'm going to talk to you hopefully most of the time with a great deal of respect and as if I report to you, because I do. But I cannot see the great activities that you're working on go for naught. I mean, what would be worse, Governor Beshear, than you catching all this stuff just at the right time like you are now? And it'll all go for naught. It'll all just be words. You just be another, I don't know, pants. You just become another, I don't know. I'm trying to think of another words guy. I mean, Biden's just words right now. You know, it's okay. It's not that he wasn't trying, man. But that is not who you are. Sir, you're like 43. Hey, join the Moses 120 club. Moses lived to be 120. Why can't we? That's the founders of the Moses 120 club's motto. I'm 47. I'm going to live to be 94. And when I turn 48, I would live to be 96. I'm going to at least go all the way up to Moses' 120. I feel great, man. I got so much left to do. No, nobody wants to see me coming when it comes to industry types. I don't care. Fine. Not at least of my fucking concerns. Hey, if you're into wasting money, leaning on the government, and making sure you don't operate the way highly regarded manufacturing practices and operations work, just carry on. You are the American manufacturer right now. You are America. Hey, I want to tip my hat a little bit though. I'm shifting gears. I uncovered. Look, I was this close of pulling up my billboards and communications and messages to all things leadership of Pulaski County, and oh gosh, Chairman Rogers was going to get a full heavy dose. Don't forget his road tease and tiner down 421 Flat Rock Furniture. Federal Empowerment Zone, Mr. Clinton, President Clinton. Well, look, I had a awakening, if you will. I love complex problems, but there really aren't that many complex problems left. They're all really simple. You just got to figure out, make sure you have the right equation, or right. You're working with the right things. You see things clearly. And, oh my gosh, it's education. Yeah. I've got a stunning solution to Kentucky's problem. You couldn't accept the problem as I would deliver it to you. It'd be too much for you to accept, but it's real. I mean, the education that we're delivering to our people here in Kentucky for quite some time, let's just say quite some time, it's so much worse, less effective, not as good, uncomparable. Now, Indiana, if you go from north to south, has Purdue Fort Wayne, Purdue West Lafayette, Notre Dame, Culver Military Academy, St. Mary's of the Woods. It's got Ball State, IUPUI, Butler, University of Indianapolis, Wabash, I forgot what, Hanover, Rose-Hulman out west, that other silly, DePaul with the W, Indiana State out at the far west. I think Richmond's got a college. And then you've got the University of Indiana, Bloomington. I'm sure there's a couple more. Sir, it's just simple. Don't take disrespect for this. Maybe it's because you guys are so busy building and fueling the country. Education is not valued down here like it is up there in Indiana. Now, I got the creme de la creme. My second grade teacher, Sister Pascal at St. Joe Elementary, told me not to use yellow to write with because it doesn't stand out. Okay, I mean I'm getting drilled since day one. I think education is a little up in turmoil. I don't know what school choice even means. Look, I don't care what it is. I can solve it, or I wouldn't even consider solving it. If it cannot operate within the bounds of a Kaizen practice, lean thinking model, with that kind of mindset and that kind of approach to improvement and product and customer, I don't want anything to do with it. Just burn it down. It's to me, it's like a, it's like a fish that's got a big bloat in the side of it. You just throw it back. I don't have any interest operating in this torturous, destructive, counterproductive, false, erroneous, lie-based scheme where you purport all the things you're doing. You make sure everybody's got a real good, clear understanding of what you think they, blah, blah, blah. And then you go do whatever you need to do to make all, it's sickening. It's sickening. I mean, sir, garbage collection. It's ridiculous. I can't even think about it. It's so bad what we're doing. Let's say Indiana and Kentucky. But look, man, Indiana's not that great with education. But I was in 4 AP classes my senior year. Our Latin, my 4th year of Latin, we were the 2nd in the nation after Boston Latin on the original. I took AP English, calculus, chemistry, all that shit, man. And then Purdue nearly sunk me. Yeah, I had a real education. You think my dad got a good education at Dartmouth? Probably. My mom just broke. She's just whatever. But look, I have come to get closer and closer to accepting my role in the rest of this life, which is not to be the front man for anybody. Okay. And if it is, I don't care. Governor Beshear, I don't care. Check out if you can find my 2-minute video of appreciation of Vladimir Putin, man. I mean, I like Schumer. I like you. I like Chris Christie. I like DeSantis. I like Lee. I like Youngkin. I like New York Mayor Adam. Man, it was pretty cool. Illinois just decided not to elect a governor. Illinois didn't have a governor. I don't like Whitmer at all. And this Pennsylvania guy seems dangerous too. This is not about party, man, to me. It had zero, zilch, nada. However, in Kentucky, and you do have a little earmark, a little speciality to you, because we can't afford to balance. We can't afford to lose to the all things super right wing, and then the middle centrist, Rand Paul, all that crap. I mean, we can't do it. We can't do it. And the starvation of our party, based on the economics, is so frustrating. I'm dead ass serious. Lieutenant Governor Suzanne Crouch should absolutely resign. She should have been impeached. It's so embarrassing, man. I cannot operate in an environment that doesn't have accountability, sir. I don't. I can't. I mean, that is Kaizen. Kaizen is immediate accountability. You embrace it. You can't wait for it. I'm dying to get some criticism, man. No one said anything negative to me about any of the things I've done. Oh, hell, the one with the video was to AG Rokita. Oh, yeah, I mean, I'm embarrassed by that. But you know what? So nobody said anything. Oh, well, guess you can do that. Look, I'm passionate about us, our country. I don't care who you vote for, what you drink for breakfast, what car you drive. I cringed when I saw the electric car thing because, you're just, the greed energy thing's the biggest lie on it. It's the most dangerous thing on the planet. Another day. Seriously. Here's what we need. Here's what I need. Okay. I need an executive order or a special education grant or a tiny little slice of the pie. And here's what I'm going to do, if allowed. If you think I'm not trustworthy or going to expose anyone to any kind of harm or danger or mismanagement, then I'll just, we can just be done, man. I'll go to another state. I'll go to Mexico. I mean, one part of my plan the whole time was eventually maybe just go to Mexico. Just keep getting turned down all the way to Houston. If I can't get a passport, see if I can illegally immigrate to Mexico. See what that's like. The reverse. But I'm going to find your special people. Okay. Here's what we do in Kentucky with 660,000 students enrolled, K through 12. We mysteriously, miraculously identify about 65,000 of them as gifted. So the teacher doesn't lose their job, basically. I know how this works. Okay, you know how many graduate each year AP with A? Like 2,200. Now I know you got to slice it, divide it by 12 and all that stuff. You tell me 68,000 Kentucky, 10% of the students are gifted. I was looking at the Pulaski pad itself on the back paper, and I was looking at those numbers going, wait a second. Doesn't make Ms. Vance, how can almost 70,000 2, 3, and 4th graders be gifted? And almost none of them end up with AP. Well, they weren't gifted. Okay? Let me tell you what, sir. I can recruit. We define the target area. We get a campus, whatever it is. I'm thinking about 150 kids. Yeah, I want them full time. I want them all season. Maybe 300. Trust me. Don't even ask. Don't even worry about curriculum. I mean, I'll give you something. If you let me show you what these Kentucky youth can become with some real education, then I will show you what your future will be like as you sit back watching the seeds of your work grow into your 50s and 60s and 70s. Hopefully you'll be president or doing all. I mean, sir, your sky's the limit, man. I mean, I don't know what you do after you become president, but that's in your cards. Major leader of the Democrat Party is what you'll be for the rest of your life. So I'm going for it here, sir. I've shifted gears. What Hal Rogers is eating for breakfast tomorrow, I could care less. Hal Rogers is so far from my mind right now. He's got his thing and I got mine. I'm sure he broke wind of me being here, but you know, I don't need acknowledgement from Hal Rogers. When his road tapped into Tyner, I got the message. I get the message. I don't need attention, man. But when I deliver the next idea, I come back, deliver next. I mean, I'm coming back, man. I'm coming back. I'm a worker. That's all I do. I like it. That's what I'm here for. A workman that needeth not be ashamed, rightly dividing the word of truth. You know. But hey, this education thing is if I can't crack this nut with the education with y'all, and y'all give me a chance to do something kind of creative and like Malcolm Gladwell said, try a bunch of things, see what works. I want to teach these kids. Give me a year or 9 months or whatever it is. We'll get this thing started. I mean, I could see it going for a long time. I got to teach people. I got to show people how to do it, man. It's not hard, but it takes this. What would you be like if you were in my class for 8 hours? I can do this for 8 hours, 40 hours a week. I can do it for more. But we're gonna get things done, or I'm done, man. I mean, I can look and go. I went past. I mean, my dad just flops it over the side and says next. Which, by the way, I think I'm going to lean on him because I think he's credible. But for most people that need his credibility, I'm going to lean on him on this education thing. I'm leaning on you. I'm going to lean on my dad. I don't have anybody else. I'm Senator Paul. Look, Senator Paul's a twerp, kind of like me. He gets you pissed off. He plays with you. He's quirky. You never know where he's coming from. He doesn't even know. And Leader McConnell, I'm not messing with him, man. And then Hal Rogers, what do I have to do with Hal? I mean, he's none of that, man. And below that, look, I'm dealing with what I think are idiots. If you want to know the truth, I've yet to meet a politician. J.D. Vance is a good example of a smart, younger politician. Those kids down in Tennessee, sharp, smart. You're a sharp, young, smart politician. I can't find anybody whose intelligence or personality or business practices I can relate to. And I'm not dragging anybody along with me, man. I'm not. I'll show you. I'll try to train you. If you're not my thing, I'll tell you. We'll repeat. I'll do everything I can not to cuss you. But you'll leave crying, man. I don't need a gun. I don't need any weapons at all. I've got my voice in my brain, sir. I need to get my library back together. This is exactly what the Apostle Paul did, and you're doing it too. We went out. We had resources. We traveled. We reached out to the people in person. We gave them the message, and we prayed with them, and we worked with them, and then we moved to the next. This education thing is gut wrenching. Okay, so I'm gonna show you what I think I can do. So that's coming. Vance McQueen, he's going to be coming from some angle no one's going to totally know about, but at least felt good to have. You know what I've really missed, sir? He's really the only counselor I've ever had when it comes to business who can keep up with me, who knows how to handle me. He knows how to beat me up, build me up, pull me back and launch me forward all at the same time. You know, we can make fun of people in ways that no one else can, and he's going to understand. Look, my dad's counsel is he's a genius. My dad's a genius. Okay, there's Hal's train. The numbers are so glaring on your education thing that I really don't want to dig too deep into them to make you guys realize how bad it is. You don't realize how bad it is. I don't want you to. Just pretend I really didn't tell you how bad it was. It's so bad that I can't even hear in Somerset, Kentucky, get men like me and younger to care. What do you mean, Vance? Well, they don't see how it's all linked together. They care about themselves. Usually some degenerate woman. Oh, they're full of self, a drive to care for self. But they're not even educated enough to know how it's all tied in together. And I say, I'll say something to the event of, well, you know, you might want to, you know, after they went into Speedway, I say, I'm going to go see Rand Paul. And she said, fuck Rand Paul. That was the Speedway attendant. Y'all can't even see how someone like me who has information has different information than you that says, just F him. Well, no, my thought on Rand Paul is F him. Well, is that really a thought? It's a feeling. My thought on Rand Paul is X, blah, 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 blah. Well, when you get me around, expose them to these people, I go, blah, 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 blah. They don't even listen. They tune me out. But how do you not know that your government is at least worth enough, has enough power to pay a little attention? F Beshear, F Howard. I mean, they're just sore. I don't know. It can be fixed, but it starts with education. Okay, we're behind. Well, we do that, then we get you the workers for these international companies that are investing here. Get them here, we'll get the workers, but it's not going to be easy. Oh, but back to the population, the very thing I started on. You can't bring in more businesses unless you just want to compete with your existing businesses, unless you increase the population. Don't think for a second we can't go recruit from other states. And I don't know what you got going on up in Louisville and some of these other bigger cities, but there's ways to convert and streamline these people and the citizens. All right, sir. Bye.